Read that. Do I have to block this person? It's really hot in here, man. What's good, my friends? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out. And also, if you guys want any questions answered for the future,
and where did you get that cut?
I think my mom got it from me. Oh no, you got it from me.
You said, I think my mom got it from me.
Also, what sucks is yogi tea, like it's so good for you and good, but then they give you these like antichrist. You can leave a comment.
Oh, and can we do popcorn questions again?
Yeah. The importance of purity and what is sexual immortality. It was a typo. Yeah, the importance of sexual immortality. I was gonna say it's from one of the secret books.
Just say it. Say it again.
The importance of purity and what is sexual immorality. All right, this is a great question because man, purity is so important, man. And this is for single people and people in a relationship alike because you can sin in a billion different ways. So the importance of purity, God is so good that he became a man and he lived the perfect life for all of us. It objectively happened and he died on a cross because of our sin. He was buried and 3 days later he was raised from the dead. All the sins that we do that we think aren't bad are very bad. We live in this fallen world where we see everybody sinning around us, so we think that, at least subconsciously, we think that sin is not a big deal, But of course, it is a huge deal. So the importance, that's the first thing you ask, the importance of purity is that every believer is called to respond in gratitude to God's grace. So the very fact that Jesus really died for you and he really took your sin upon him and the wrath of God on him, the wages of our sin, that alone, and I fail at this all the time, so I'm not trying to pretend like I'm freaking anything, but the fact of the matter is that alone should be enough to make us be like fighting any and all temptations from any and all different sins. Of course it's hard, so we can only do this by God's grace. And what is sexual immorality? Because I have a good rant on this, because if you had asked me this like a year ago.
In 4th grade.
It all started in 4th grade. And what is sexual immorality? Sexual immorality is doing anything sexual outside of how God wants it to be.
It's God trying to protect us. A lot of the drama of the world comes from this very thing of not being able to have self-control in this area. Also the protection of others. A lot of times we only think about ourselves, but it also is protecting other people from being manipulated and abused as well.
Is having a crush on someone bad? No. It's very normal. Sometimes the answer can just be super short.
Of course, you can handle it in a sinful way.
It's not inherently wrong to have a crush on someone. Yeah, that's how most relationships start. I mean, Amanda had a crush on me when we met, and that's how we got together.
He had a really big crush on me. He was in love with me, so.
If we are in a relationship with an atheist, should we break up?
Yes.
However, if you're married, no. But yeah, if you are just boyfriend, girlfriend, and the other person is atheist and they have no, desire for Christ, you've preached the gospel, you've made the reality of the world that this atheist lives in, completely clear, and they still reject it, then you should walk away. You've done all you can do. Yeah, you should break up with them because then that's going to lead to a lot of chaos and unequally yokedness in your life.
The gift of singlehood. How do you know that is what God has gifted you? Thank you. In my experience, people that have the gift of singleness have complete peace and are not interested at all in being in a relationship. They just want it to be them and God, and they have no restlessness. So the gift is evident because they're not constantly trying to get out of it. They're in fact actively pursuing it. So if you have the gift of singleness, it's the obvious calm and peace. You're just simply not interested in being in relationship, and it will be very evident to you if that is your gift. So if you're feeling really restless and really nervous and really like, man, I don't know if I can do this.
If you burn with passion,
I would say that the gift is pretty rare. It definitely does exist though, and it's awesome. Like if that's your gift, that's awesome.